Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Courtney if you're new here, and today's video is going to be me and my entire family. Well, just about my entire family. It'll be my dad, my mom, me and Travis and our 2 boys, and then my brother and sister-in-law and their 4 boys, and we're going to be making apple butter outside on the open fire in a kettle. But first we're going to be cleaning up the jars, so you'll see us washing and prepping basically to make the apple butter, and then at the end you'll see us cleaning up a little bit as well. If you are not new to my channel and you've been around for a little bit, you probably noticed, or maybe you didn't, I don't know, that I have not been around for a little bit. Life just kind of got busy around the holidays, and then everybody seemed to keep getting sick. Like, I've even got a cold right now that I'm trying to get over. So I probably sound out of breath and a little funny, but I plan on coming back and posting videos regularly again. I'm super excited to get back into it. It has killed me not doing it, but I'm back and hope that you guys stick around if you already were on my channel. And if you're not, make sure to subscribe if you enjoy what you see. We are just going to start out in the kitchen, cleaning up the jars and prepping and everything. This making apple butter process is something that I remember doing even when I was a kid. And me and my brother enjoyed it a lot, and it made some great memories. So to be able to do it with our kids is pretty awesome. And I wanted to make sure to capture it. And even though this video is a few months old, I still wanted to make sure that I got it posted so that all of our family could have it, and I could kind of like share my family with you guys a little bit so you could see our family dynamic, I guess you would say. And I hope you guys enjoy it. We actually stayed in tents the night before we started making the apple butter outside of my mom and dad's house. Well, me and my sister-in-law stayed inside in the bedrooms with our babies because they're still nursing and up all night. But all of the boys stayed outside in the tent, and then so that we could wake up early in the morning and just get going. Everybody had a blast making it. I would love to hear if any of you guys have made apple butter like this, or if not, how you guys make it. I know that you can make it on the in the crock pot, but I've never actually tried it that way. We usually, when we make this, it lasts for a year or two because we make so much of it. We make up a big batch and then can it and split it between the families, and it lasts us quite a while. The last time we made it, I think, was like 2 years ago when Grant was a baby, and so we're just now getting around to making some more. So now that I have pretty much talked through the entire process of getting prepped with the jars and getting them cleaned, we're finally outside, and you will see my dad stirring the pot right now with all the apples that we put in so far, and then you'll just see us peeling them and dumping in some periodically throughout. And that is my dad and me right there. I'll kind of tell you as we go along who's who so you guys aren't lost. The first ones that are peeling the apples right there is my sister-in-law Rachel, and then their oldest son David right there, and then Quentin, Q for short, is running around in the background right there. In a second, you'll see my brother come up, and he's just using a knife to peel some. Me and my sister-in-law are using the apple cores and peelers. We've got a bowl for the peelings and a separate bowl for the apples that are actually going into the kettle. But my brother, you see, he's not wearing a shirt, and it was a very hot day that day, but he definitely, I don't know if it was a good choice or not, because he ended up with a really bad sunburn at the end of the day. Now this is my brother's second oldest son, Caspian, and everybody pretty much took a turn with the peeling of the apples because there were so many apples to be peeled. I forget how many bushels we had, I think it was 3 maybe. You see the tent in the background that they slept in last night. But the kids really enjoyed getting in and helping with this whole process. I don't know if you noticed the plate sitting on the ground behind my dad, but we actually made breakfast outside on the fire that morning too. I think we had bacon and biscuits and gravy and some eggs and then some cinnamon rolls, I believe, that my brother had made the day before, and we just heated up. But it was a great breakfast over the open fire, and then we just got to cooking the apple butter later. You see Travis and Grant in their Tennessee Vols shirts. They kind of left a little bit early to go to a UT game that they had already had planned and bought the tickets for, but then they had to cut that short because Grant didn't cooperate very good out there in the hot sun for the game, so they came back early, and you'll see them again at the end of the video. Travis is holding Porter in the background too. That's another thing that we probably all took turns doing, is holding babies, because Porter, I think he was a year old here, and then Orion is 2 months younger than him, so they're both still pretty young. Now we're starting to add some of the sugar. Since a lot of the apples have already cooked down a little bit, we're adding several amounts of the sugar, and then you'll see my dad adding the cinnamon here in a minute. He is a hoot, you guys. I love that I caught some of it, but I missed a little bit of it too. But he's really fun to do these kinds of things with. I just had to get this on video because I just thought it was so funny. Caspian, at the end, we'd already added all the sugar, but he got the bag and was dipping his hands in the bottom of it to get the leftover sugar.
Cinnamon. One. 2. 3. We'll stir that in and then taste it, and if it's not enough, we'll add more. If it's too much, too bad. I get some more cinnamon. Yeah, I could do that.
How many hours would you say we're into this?
We started about 11:15.
Yeah.
And it's
Time we started cleaning the kids out.
And it's 3 something now.
Ready?
Yeah, about 3:30.
Well, we're lucky. It wasn't too much. It was not enough.
How many drops was that?
2 drizzles.
We've got 3 bushels of apples. How much sugar? 25 pounds of sugar. And you saw how much cinnamon.
That's about a 20 gallon, at least a 15 gallon kit.
Now we're just filling up all the jars and putting the lids on to let them pop. And then after we're done with doing this, we'll go upstairs and start cleaning the house. Now we're pretty much all helping clean the house. There's my mom right there. And this is their living room and kitchen. And we're just cleaning it up real quick. When you have this many people helping, it gets done pretty fast, I have to say. It was a pretty easy job to clean. Like I said in the beginning of the video, some of my favorite memories was me and my brother and our family getting together to make apple butter, and I hope that my kids look at these videos and think the same. Anytime pretty much for me that all of our family can get together to hang out or cook, eat, whatever it is a good time. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.